Welcome to the penultimate match of this Sunday in the men's over 55 category between Germany and South Africa, as these teams now walking out onto the pitch led by their captains. For Germany, the captain Ulrich Meyer in the jersey number 31. For South Africa, Spencer January in jersey number 8. We've had some cracking hockey today from the sides before this game, lining up to be another one here. We'll have the anthems first, Germany, followed by the South African. Go. What an introduction to this game between the home sides, South Africa and Germany. Both sides placing second and third in the pool. South Africa being second, Germany being third. South Africa beating Ireland yesterday in the last game on the A pitch 2-0, and Germany beating France 1-0 yesterday, also on the A pitch. The B pitch will be a different challenge for these boys with the temperature. It is quite sticky here in Cape Town. tends to slow down, especially with the breeze that's blowing. The water that was on does seem to evaporate fairly quickly.
Klaus, kom ind her.
Both teams getting ready to go here. Looks like South Africa will be starting with the ball in the traditional green and gold, playing from left to right. On your screens, Germany playing from right to left in the red and black.
Towards the, here we go. Under them over here, okay. Cool.
Plenty of support for both sides here. Obviously the home side bringing a fantastic crowd out to support today. On this wonderful Sunday afternoon is Germany. That will start us off here. Umpires are getting ready to start the time off. Here comes the first whistle and the game is underway. Straight to the captain of Germany, Ulrich Meyer, who sends it back to his defenders who look to transfer the ball. South Africa straight into a three-quarter press, not applying too much pressure on the German centre halves, rather just holding the midfield, saving legs, creating the pockets for the Germans to play into. And here we go, a great interception by the South Africans, straight into the charge, a de-entry for the South Africans, and they're looking for a short corner, and a short corner is awarded. What a great start by the home side, much appreciated by the crowd and the bench. These boys are ready to play here. They are looking to open the scoreboard early on in the first quarter of the South Africans. Let's see what they have from Top D. We have an early break from Germany. South Africa now will be faced with a decision whether to stick with their guns or go for a variation. Germans being one man down at the short corner here, there will be extra space behind the first wave. Newcastle set up for South Africa. Goes to the first. It is a slip left variation up off the keeper, and another short corner is awarded to the South Africans for the danger. South Africa will still have 3 men to defend against, as it is a re-award. It's part of the same short corner. Once again, the double Castle set up for South Africa. Captain January sends it to Castle 1 for the straight poke. Shot comes in, great save from the keeper. That'll be a hit to the South Africans on the left-hand side. South Africa now just shifting the ball around the back, trying to find the hole. South Africa looking to get the hit there, wins it. Firing the ball into this D. Will run over the baseline for a long corner. Fortunately, it has been overturned. It is now a 16 to Germany. South Africa once again on the counter. The shot comes in, unfortunately just misses the ball there. That'll give possession back to Germany. Great start here by the South Africans, applying a lot of pressure onto the Germans. Germans shifting the ball to the left-hand side of the field. Great press here from the South Africans. They'll look to turn the ball over in this outside pocket, which unfortunately they don't do. It finds a foot of the South African. Germany will still have possession here. Great ball from Germany down into the bottom left corner, looking for something. Still with Germany as the ball gets fired into the D. And South Africa with the free hit. Taking quickly, not wasting time. Germans not 5. South African lucky to get away with that is the number 10, Steve Bell. Big tackle coming in from South Africa. Germans once again will have possession. Looking to enter through the left-hand baseline. Couple stick clash. Ball's in the D for Germany. And a short corner is awarded for the tackle made by the goalkeeper from South Africa. Flying out there. Germans will now have a chance to open the scoring here. Let's see what they have from the top. Germans just setting up with the one call, so it looks like number 46 for Germany. The captain on the top call, so it is a mistrap. South Africans now looking for a counter opportunity. They find the number 16 of Chris John down the right-hand side, who looks across, finds a pass on top D, but unfortunately is not collected by the number 15 of Grant Hewitt. The ball will roll over the baseline for a 16 to Germany. Just transferring the ball around the back here. Moving the South African defenders. Big hit comes down the line. Great step there from the German, but it is gathered by David Reed-Ross on the left-hand side. South Africans once again looking deadly down the left-hand side. Have numbers advantage. Can they get the ball in the D? They do, but it is swept up by the German defenders. Just losing that ball over the line now. Grant Hewitt on the ball. Reed-Ross looking for an aerial into the bottom corner. It is deflected off a German stick. It will be a long corner to South Africa. Graham Eadie on the ball. Looking for the crash ball into the D. Well picked up by the number 56, Ben Eifert from Germany. Germans once again looking to play the hit down the same channel. A nice little deflection there from Reed-Ross. Over the sideline, still with Germany though. An aerial comes. Well managed by the South African centre back. And here we go through the captain of January. Sends it out wide. John now on the ball. Numbers forward. Great tackle there from the Germans. Once again, Chris John on the ball. Wins the free hit for his side. Taken quickly. Getting trapped in the corner, possibly wins the foot. It Umpire playing advantage. It will be a long corner. The captain, January, on the ball. He takes it quickly now. Looks for the direct hit. Once again, finds a foot. South Africa's well and truly in the mix here. The massive clash of sticks. And South Africa do come away with it. South Africa on the edge of the D. Looking for an entry. It is, umpires blown for a free hit just outside the D. As you see the captain coming off, mallet going on. Lovely bit of attacking work there from South Africa. The Germans defending very well. The captain, Ulrich, keeping the South Africans out. Once again, the Germans staying solid at the back there. A big stick tackle, and the umpire has blown for that, giving the ball to Germany. Germans once again moving the ball around the back. Great pressure from the South African centre forward. Looks like Edie on the left-hand side there has got the ball. To Alan Bachelor, who fires it in, well picked up by the number 18 of Germany, who clears for safety. It will be a 16 to South Africa. Now through Reed Ross on the left. To Bell. Into Otterell. Down the left-hand side now. Does Chris Otterell. He fires a ball in. Unfortunately, Craig Till couldn't get on the end of that one. The ball will roll through the baseline for a 16 to Germany. Great pressure once again here from the South African forward line. Forces the mistake from Germany. A big overhead is thrown, looking to reach the South African player inside the D, but it is deemed dangerous by the refs. Germany will come away with the free hit there. Great pressure once again from the South African press. There's a big chance for something here. Germans come away with it safely. Down the left-hand side they go. Reed Ross on the ball, looking to distribute, takes his time, finds a pass in the midfield. A massive tackle coming in there from the German. South Africa will get the free hit. Once again, South Africans in the attacking 23. Holding play up through Steve Bell here. Reed Ross on the ball. Big hit comes in. Very fortunate from the German defender to not find a foot there. Germany once again on the attack down the right-hand side. Takes a deflection off Reed Ross. It will be a German hit. Germans transferring the ball around the back now. Moved into a back three shape. Gives them an extra midfielder, which they'll look to expose here through the captain, Ulrich Mange. Big ball fired in. Bounces favorably for Germany. Unfortunately, the foot is called by the umpire. Now South Africa go forward through Chris Oto. A massive blow from the umpire. Big warning to the Germans about their tackles. The next infringement you would think would be a personal penalty for the Germans. Warren Farland now in possession of the ball, wins his side, the free hit on the line. Peter Tate firing the ball in, unfortunately met by flat sticks from the Germans. Great piece of skills there from the number 28 from Germany. Skills of 3 players there. Gives the ball out to the number 41 of Korsman on the right-hand side for Germany. Reed Ross making that tackle. It will be a long corner for the Germans. The captain, Major, on the ball here. Lovely ball out to number 57 on the left-hand side. Kraxner fires it and it takes a deflection off the number 4 of Peter Tate for South Africa. It will be another long corner. Meyer on the ball again. Meyer sends it wide now. Once again to the 57. Reed Ross coming in to make the tackle. Clears it up the line to the captain, January, who just touches it over the sideline. Captain Mayo once again on the ball. Nice little skill shown by the number 53 from Germany. Zurich still on the ball. Great tackle from the South African, finding the foot of the German. A bit of a pressure reliever here for the boys in the green and gold. Big stick tackle. Umpire playing advantage. Farland on the ball. Back to Farland. Great aerial thrown into the German D here. Germans put under pressure by the South African forwards. A great outlet from the Germans. Will roll over the sideline for a South African hit. Tate takes it quickly. Looking for his midfielder. Does decide to transfer the ball around the back. Reed Ross on the ball. Lovely bit of skills from him. Unfortunately, just leaves it behind. Germans now on the counter-attack. Winning the free hit. Germans now coming up the right-hand side. Lovely bit of passing. Great steal from Reed Ross. Clears the ball over the sideline. It will still, possession still remains with Germany. 1 minute left in the first quarter. Both sides yet to score a goal. Right, the captain now, January, finds his player in the midfield. An overhead is thrown. Unfortunately, is not going to be the desired outcome for the midfielder, and that is a very hefty tackle from the number 23, Chris Otterell from South Africa. Lucky to just get a free hit from that challenge. Germany now still with the back 4 formation. Looking to transfer the ball up the line. A fine number 57 who now has got space. Lovely passage of play from Germany as South Africans flood back towards the D to defend. Well met at top D by the South Africans now. Reed Ross on the ball. Captain January sends it out to the centre backs for some safety, and that will be the end of the first quarter, where we remain goalless here in a fiery affair between the Germans and the home team, South Africa. Stay tuned. for some more quality hockey after the break.
That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
There goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people that's just fantastic.
The support on the side of the road is second to none, and that gives you the extra oomph.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The scenery is beyond what I could imagine. I seriously enjoyed it. I met so many wonderful people on the way.
Really enjoying Cape Town. People seem to really appreciate artwork here, which is really nice.
Come and visit Cape Town. We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. This will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone, not just in Cape Town, but around the country and the world.
And he takes the tape.
Cape Town is open, safe and ready to host you.
Welcome back to the second quarter here between Germany and South Africa, where we still remain goalless. South Africa being the dominant side in the first quarter. Still holding possession here. Unfortunately turned over by Germany. As they look now to attack down the right-hand side. Great tackle from the South African defender there, Andy Mallet. South Africa opting for the half-court press, saving a bit of legs, and it seems to have worked here. Unforced error by Germany. Now we see South Africa once again on the counter-attack, just dispossessed in the midfield by the German defenders. Captain v captain battle here in the midfield. Plays it out to safety. For a 16. Looks like Marais on the ball there. Lovely pass from Mallet out wide here too. Unfortunately, just mistraps that, goes over the line. Advantage is being held here for the Germans as they now play inside the good play, good patience from Germany, not trying to force a ball. Great defending once again from the South Africans as they apply plenty of pressure to the ball carrier. And just like that, we have a turnover now with South Africa on the counter-attack. Plays the ball into the midfield. Great tackle by the Germans, who once again on the counter-attack down the right-hand side have numbers up in the D here. Ball gets played in. Lovely touch from the German attacker. Unfortunately loses control. It's still with the Germans on the top of the D. Big hit comes in. Great tackle from the number 8, the captain, January. South Africa now once again in possession down the left-hand side. Finds the number 13 of Craig Till. South Africa still with possession. Picked up now by the Germans. Great hassling here from the captain in January. Unfortunately, can't make the tackle 100% successful. Germans now once again moving the ball around the back, just regaining a bit of composure here. January waiting for the ball in the midfield. There it comes. Big hit from the Germans through the midfield. Picked up by the center link. They're now attacking down the left-hand side. This big hit comes across to the D. It's a 1v1, a great tackle from the number 12. I think that is, it's Farland. It is to a goal-saving tackle for Farland there. Full stretch, getting the ball first. That is a great show of talent from him. The Germans now once again on the attack down the right-hand side. Nothing coming from that. It will be a South African free hit. Plenty of support from both sides here, especially the South Africans. There's a group of fans that are finding their voice, singing along to the songs being played here. We also see your comments on YouTube. Let us know who you're supporting in the comment section. As we say that now, South Africa heads on a counter-attack down the right-hand side. Fires the ball across the D, forces the save from the keeper. It will still be with South Africa on the sideline. South Africa looking to move at 5 and get it straight into the D. Find a foot. Once again now. Ball comes in. Great defending from the Germans. Keeping the South African forwards at bay for now. Hewitt with a nice little substitution there. Time to perfection as he picks the ball up coming off the bench. Unfortunately, the umpires deemed that to be a bit of a shove on the German attacker as they waste no time in coming forward here to the Germans. Once again, a full press from the South Africans here. Playing the ball into the middle. A great piece of vision from the Germans. Tate staying with the tackler. Makes a great tackle. Unfortunately, the umpire deems that he just got the stick first. Germans take the ball quickly. Tate with a great tackle once again. Unfortunately, it is deemed to have hit the stick of the German attacker. And a short corner, the second of the game for Germany, is awarded. Unfortunate there from Tate. I thought it was a great lunge tackle, but just deemed to have hit the stick of the German attacker. The Germans now lining up with a single castle with number 46 from the top of the D, has a swing, and it's in! The Germans open the score here, taking the lead by 1-0 from the short corner. South Africans now looking to just regain their composure. They've been the dominant side in this game so far. A couple of breakaways from Germany, just getting the one short corner there and well executed to take the lead. As we say now, South Africa running down the midfield. Unfortunately, no one is there to claim that ball. It is off the post. Keeper makes a touch and it results in a long corner for the South Africans. Mallet on the ball, looks to move at 5. Big tackles coming in and a free hit just outside. Germans lucky to get away with that one. Once again, the ball gets fired into the D. Straight onto the South African stick. The shot comes in, unfortunately. He misses the ball, and that is deemed dangerous. A hit out to the Germans is awarded. South Africa once again in this critical red zones, but unfortunately not being able to convert. Germans here looking for their left back, finds him in space, unfortunately just loses his footing. A big tackle by the number 10 from South Africa. Germans now still on the charge. A mistrap from a few players, and it is still with South Africa now as they attack down the left-hand side. Unfortunately, that pass just going wide of Steve Bell, not being able to grab a hold of that one. Germans once again attacking. The South Africans not too happy with that call, but the Germans are on the attack down the left-hand side. An overhead comes for the Germans into the corner. Can they get a hold of that? Unfortunately not. It will be a 16 for South Africa. Transferring the ball now, Reid Ross on. Looking good here, the South Africans with the outlet. Bit of confusion once again from the field on the other side. Hearing the whistle through to the number 10 for South Africa, who swept up by a goal line save by Germany there. Clearing it out of trouble. What a save from the German centre back. Working his way behind the keeper, making a save on the line. South Africa now in possession again through the number 7 of Marais. Loses possession. Germans come away with the hits on the sideline. It looks as if the number 23 from South Africa, Chris Oto, forgot his stick while making a substitution. So that's why he had to dart off the field once again to collect his stick, as it is fairly important when running onto a field of hockey. The Germans once again will have the free hit. Germans once again looking for the space on the far side of the field. Well clamped down by South Africa. Unfortunately, just hits the foot there. Germans once again losing possession in the midfield. A great tackle by number 23, Chris Otto, now that he's remembered his stick. Great tackle by the captain in Spencer January. Looking now, South Africa, to just hold position for a few phases. It's getting a bit scrappy down the left-hand side of the field there. Great press from the South Africans now, as the Germans are under a lot of pressure within their D. Managed to get it out to the left-hand side. A big swing comes in. Umpire deems it no danger. Man coming from behind from the South Africans. January on the ball. Plays it out to Kearns, who fires it in. It takes a deflection off a German stick. It will be a long corner. Abbott's on the ball now. Mallet, sorry, on the ball. Sends it down to the right-hand side T-point. Is met with some flat sticks there. Borland now looking for a quick one. Fires it. Still in the possession of South Africa. A bit of a physical battle going on down there. A 16 is eventually awarded to the Germans. Once again, the transfer is good for the Germans. South African slide across, looking to make the interception. Great piece of attacking there from the Germans. Reed Ross tidies up. Back with Reed Ross again. He takes his time, looking for the perfect pass. Once again, South Africa just moving the ball around the back here. Big hit coming through, looking for the high-lying striker, the deflection from the German over the sideline there. South Africans will have the ball. Once again, South Africa on the attack down the bottom right-hand corner. Dispossessed by the Germans, back in the hands of South Africa. Ball fired into the D. Unfortunately, can't find anyone, and that ball will roll over the baseline for a 16. With just under 2 minutes left in this second quarter. Germany now with the possession, looking to outlet. Lovely turnover from the boys in the green and gold. Mallet now looking to the right-hand side of the field, finds his right wing, who slows it down, lets a few South African players get in front there. Well intercepted by the captain of Germany, Ulrich Meyer. Couple stick tackles there. The umpire deeming that challenge to be illegal. Germany will be on the ball. Germany just slowing it down, trying to find the composure. Tate there finds his forces on the left-hand side. A bit of miscommunication from the South Africans there. Germany are still not out of trouble yet as it falls back into the hands of the South African, who fires a crash ball into the D. German takes a swing and just manages to clear it outside. South Africans now once again through Mallet, looking for a D entry. With under a minute now left in this quarter, South Africans will be looking for something here. Ball comes, a shot comes in. Underneath the keeper, it looks as if it's gone just wide for a long corner. 20 seconds, the boys will be looking to make this live fairly quickly. Mallet finds his counterpart on the right-hand side, fires the ball in, takes a deflection. It will be another long corner for the South Africans if they can get it to the top in time. Mallet finds Reed Ross. About 10 seconds left on the clock now. As Reed Ross takes it into the corner, looking for something but doesn't get it. That will be the end of the first half in this fiery encounter between the Germans and the home side South Africa, where Germany lead 1-0 from a penalty corner goal scored early in the second quarter. The second half promises to be a thrilling one, with South Africa looking to find their straps, come back. Join us after the break.
At thehockeysite.com, it's about what happens in the locker room. Thinking about the game. It's about planning and preparation, and about training and improving those skills, looking at it from different angles. But of course, it's also about teaching them to score and win. TheHockeySite.com. Share the knowledge.
Welcome back to the penultimate game here at the Western Province Cricket Club during the 2022 World Cup, Masters World Cup between South Africa and Germany. South Africa trailing by 1-0 through a short corner scored in the second quarter. It's been an incredibly physical game with neither side giving an inch. South Africans now playing from right to left, starting with the ball. South Africans looking to start well down the right-hand side. Unfortunately, lose possession in the midfield now. Germany coming down the left. Lots of double turnovers once again, which has been a feature of the first weekend of games here in the World Cup. Germans now find themselves in a bit of space down the right-hand side. Big tackle coming in, unfortunately missed by Graham Eadie there. Couple of stick tackles coming in from the South Africans. Big dive and a great chance missed there by Germany. The German coach certainly not happy with that, going a-begging. Making sure his troops know about his disappointment. South Africa now just looking to compose themselves, moving the ball around the back. Reid Ross decides not ready to head up the field yet. Germans being disciplined on their three-quarter press, looking to compress the midfield. South Africans now once again just feeling the German press, feeling when they're going to step. And a ball is played into the midfield now, 50-50. Won by South Africa, now encountering down the right-hand side. Find the high-lying striker, who now have a chance. Great tackle by the Germans, and somehow manages to get a stick on that and clear it out to safety. The ball comes in for South Africa once again and just rolls over the baseline. It will be a long corner though, still in the South Africans' possession. An overhead thrown to the far side of the field, picked up by the number 22 of Leo Nolan, running down the baseline, looking for a 45 ball. Unfortunately, no one was there for the South Africans. Attempted overhead missed there from the Germans. A couple big stick tackles coming in on the South Africans. Germany lucky to not concede a penalty corner there. South Africa making sure the ball moves 5, looking for a ball in. Does find one. Finds a foot. Unfortunately, the ref deems that it was a stick block from the South Africans, as the Germans now looking to attack up the left-hand side, slowing the ball down, letting their strikers just get into better positions high up the pitch. Once again, a full court press shown by the South Africans, putting maximum pressure on the Germans. Beats the first wave does Reid Ross now coming down the middle, looks for his player on the right wing there, back into the middle for Steve Bell. Reid Ross finds Eadie on the left. Lovely passage of play now for the South Africans, getting a bit of go forward. Reid Ross on the ball. South Africans once again moved into a back three shape here, looking to commit an extra player into the midfield so they can do precisely that. But unfortunately does roll onto the back stick from the South African. And now Germany once again on the attack, being reverse pressed from the South African. Very well managed. Leo Nolan gets a stick on that. It does fall favorably for the Germans, transferring the ball to the left-hand side. Found some space. Great little tackle from Peter Tate. Unfortunately, the ball does land favorably for Germany, and it is a long corner. South Africans electing to leave a high-lying striker here. Making a sub now, McCullen on. A great save by the South African keeper. Results in a long corner. There has been a bit of a collision there. Around P spot, all players seem to be up and playing again. Another long corner to the Germans. They're slowing the game down here, possibly feeling a bit fatigued. The Africans want now sending 2 players high up, looking for the counter-attack opportunity. Big hit comes into the D, finds a free man. Shot comes in, and it's another goal for the Germans. Puts it through the legs of the South African goalkeeper. A great finish. Just a lapse in concentration from the South Africans there. Germans find the free man on P-Spot region, and he is able to tap it in between the goalkeeper's legs. That is the number 9 from Germany, Michael von Kuhnhardt. South Africa now with a bit of a steep mountain to climb. Bit of a scrap here down the left-hand side. The umpire making sure that the German player knows that he made an infringement there. Germans now once again on the attack down the center of the field. Just misses the pass there to the right wing, who shows his frustration. South Africa now with the ball again, looking for the transfer. South Africa showing great patience once again. Germans now going out to a half-court press, clearly struggling for legs. A hole opens in the middle of the field here. The German player wears it on the back. It is deemed to be dangerous. Germans start us off down the left-hand side. Lovely little passage of play here from the Germans. Great tackle from Kearns on the bottom right corner there. Now the South Africans on the attack. Once again, the boys just seem to be forcing it. Struggling to find their composure. A lovely ball thrown into space there from the Germans. Unfortunately, just couldn't get on the end of that. That will be a South African free hit. Germans now on the full press, putting a lot of pressure on the left back of South Africa, looking for the hit, doesn't get one. South Africa in a bit of trouble now as the free man inside the D finds the shot, and a short corner is awarded to the Germans. The third one of the game. The Germans will be looking to extend their lead here. The injection is to the top of the D. And it looks as if the South Africans now have a great chance down the right-hand side, winning the free hit. Once again, have numbers in the D. Can they find them? They do find it. Forces a save from the goalkeeper. German still in trouble. Finds the captain of Meyer. Great defensive work there from the Germans, being plenty men down and still managing to keep it out the goals. Germans now with a de-entry. Shot comes in. Unfortunately, is wide. Will be a 16 for South Africa. Great use of the fetchers here from South Africa as they'll look to change the channel all the way to the right-hand side there to find the right back. Ball goes up the line. A lovely receive from McCullen there. Will be looking to find a pass. Unfortunately, is dispossessed. Just loses the ball there, colliding with the German player. He takes a tumble, but he seems to be okay. Full press now from the South Africans. A lovely little interception. Unfortunately, Germany still come away with it. Overhead is thrown. Lovely piece of skills from the South Africans. Lovely turn from Reid Ross. Unfortunately, the pass not too strong there from the number 5 in Mallet. Germany now on the attack down the middle of the field. Once again, Germany just happy to slow the tempo of the game right down, leading by 2-0 against a very strong South African side. And as I say that, a beautiful interception from the number 14 of South Africa. Gets himself into space, shot comes in, and a goal is scored over the keeper. It is the number 14 of Brian McClellan. Sorry. What a great finish to bring his side back in within 1 goal here. The South Africans will be very happy with that. The boys now with their tails up. Once again, implementing a full press here, not giving too many options to the Germans. A big hit comes up the middle. Now there seems to be a bit of an argument happening in the midfield here. Umpire just wants to have a word before anything gets out of control. Just been a bit of a push and shove. Both boys did shake hands after that and all in the spirit of the game. It seems as if the German player has had some words with the umpire, and as a result of that will serve a 5-minute suspension. The umpire was just having a friendly chat, but it seems as if the German player has said something to offend him. And as a result, South Africa now will have a 5-minute period where they will be 1 player up. An unforced error there by the Germans. Emotions had all been calmed down with the umpire talking to them I don't know what could have been said, but as we say that, South Africa now looking to attack through the middle, picked up by the German defender. Still in the possession of South Africa. They'll look to change the channel here as there's plenty of space on the left-hand side. Reid Ross on the ball. Finds a lovely connecting pass to the number 23 of O'Neill, but just can't get on the end of that. Ortro, apologies. The Germans now looking for a long ball over the top. Should be deemed dangerous by the umpire. It's not. Play continues through Reid Ross. South Africa look to recycle. The captain, Spencer January, just realigning there, making sure that he's given Peter Tate a passing option. January once again at the back, looking for Peter Tate. Finds Mallet in the middle. Reid Ross now down the left-hand side, finds himself with a bit of room. A lovely ball into the midfield here for the South Africans. Germans come away with the ball. A lovely passage of play. Unfortunately, Reid Ross just conceding the free hit there. The captain, January, grabbing a hold of that one, taking it to the corner, looking for support, finds it in Tate. Lovely play here from the South Africans, and now South Africa look to outlet through Steve Bell. On the right-hand side. Now with Farland into the midfield. Goes South Africa, a bit of a loose pass there. Wins it back. Deflection comes off the Germans. Unfortunately, South Africa still lose the ball. A lovely backstick down the line. Finds the South African right back. South Africa now looking for an outcome with 30 seconds left in the quarter. A hand on the back there from the Germans. Umpire says play on. A big ball down the line, and I think that could be the way the third quarter ends. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter here in this matchup between Germany and South Africa. South Africa trailing by 1 goal. Germany leading 2-1. It's been a fiery encounter so far. Germany will still have a few minutes left of their card as we resume the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. I'll see you after the break.
That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
And there goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people that's just fantastic.
The support on the side of the road is second to none, and that gives you the extra oomph.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The scenery is beyond what I could imagine. I seriously enjoyed it. I met so many wonderful people on the way.
Really enjoying Cape Town. People seem to really appreciate artwork here, which is really nice.
Come and visit Cape Town. We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. This will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone, not just in Cape Town, but around the country and the world.
And he takes the tape.
Cape Town is open, safe and ready to host you.
fiery encounter. Germany still serving a personal penalty. A yellow card was awarded after the umpire called two players together just to have a word. Seems to have been something said by the player that aggravated the umpire to give a yellow card. Germany now with a 16, trying to slow the game down to allow the card to expire. South Africa with a full press, putting the German centre back under all sorts of pressure. He eventually throws a ball into the midfield, picked up by South Africa. Now once again, South Africa on the charge. Reid Ross on the ball. Very composed from the South Africans here. Not looking to force anything. Finding a pass on the right-hand side. An overlapping player on the baseline. South Africa in a great position to attack here. Great tackle from the number 9 of Germany. One back by South Africa. Looking for the hit. Umpire hasn't seen anything. He says play on. South Africa get the ball once again. Germany are now back to their fuller complement of players. That 5-minute yellow has expired. Overhead is thrown by Reid Ross into the corner. Unfortunately, couldn't be picked up by the number 15 of Grant Hewitt. Germany now getting stuck and fires a ball into the stomach of the South Africans. January will come away playing it quickly. Ball into the circle. Keeper forced to make a save. South Africa now on the line looking for something. Nothing given by the umpire. Big hit comes away of South Africa. Once again, Reid Ross has the ball. Recycles around the back. There is a German player. Lovely midfield transfer there from the South Africans. And now looking dangerous down the right-hand side. Ball comes into the D for the South Africans. Shot comes away. Keeper makes a save. Unfortunately, is onto the foot of the South African forward. And a hit out is awarded to the Germans. The Germans looking to waste a bit of time here. Leading by 2-1. Ball gets played into the pocket there. Great press from South African. Overhead is thrown. Well picked up by the right back. South Africa once again on the charge here through Reid Ross. Decides no, not yet. He'll rather reset, wait for there to be a better passing option available. Lovely composure from the left back here in Reid Ross. South Africa now on the charge down the middle, met by 3 German players. Germany now on the attack down the left-hand side. For the first time this quarter have made it into the opposition 23-meter area. Finds a foot. Umpires blow their whistle. It will be a free hit to Germany. Germany resetting now, looking to hit the captain. Meyer on the right-hand side. Lovely bit of skills there. Beautiful clearance from the South African boys. It will be a hit on the sideline for the Germans. Germany looking for something on that right-hand side. Wins the free hit once again. The captain, Meyer, for Germany, moving the ball 5. Lovely pick now from January. Takes a deflection off a German stick, falls favorably for South Africa. Have numbers up the line. Till is in the chase. Lovely elimination skills shown by Germany. Pumps one into the midfield. Great ball. And Germans are now on the attack once again. Great pick over the head from Reed Ross. Gets a bit of body play from the Germans there. Umpire just asking for it to be taken back in the correct place. South Africans once again showing nice composure. They've got a massive space for Mallet here in the midfield. He can take it up a little bit, which he does. He'll be looking to find a high-lying striker. Germany now win the ball. Coming down the right-hand side of Germany. Great defending by South Africa, putting pressure on the ball carrier. Good tackle by the left back. Germans take it quickly, but unfortunately weren't five there, conceding the hit to South Africa, who looks to pump it up the line. A great dive from the number 46 of Germany there. Once again, a chuck thrown by the South Africans, picked up by Grant Hewitt, who's running down the left-hand side, looking for something. Great bit of aerial skills from Hewitt. Finds himself in a bit of space on the edge of the D. Finds a foot, and that will be a short corner for South Africa. The crowd is definitely enjoying that one. Umpire once again just having a word. Seems to be that tensions are flaring here. South Africa with their third short corner of the game. They'll be looking to level the scores here with just under 10 minutes left in the last quarter. January. Bit of a slow injection. The variation comes in. Unfortunately, it is run down. The umpire just assuring that the player knows who the boss is. Germans now once again with the ball. A missed opportunity there for South Africa. They would have liked to have taken that one. Full press coming in from the South Africans once again. Lovely transfer from the Germans. Under pressure though from the South Africans. The turnover is good. Once again, January through the middle. Lovely bit of athleticism shown from him, but unfortunately couldn't find the left wing in Edie. Germans take it quickly, fire it down the left foot of Edie. Great step from Reed Ross, gets impeded. Will have the advantage. Mallet now looking for the player in the midfield, finds him. South Africa now with the golden opportunity. There seems to be a bit of a push and shove on the far side of the D. Umpire deems that to be a stick block. I'm not sure how you meant to change directions then. But a good one to ask the umpire after the game. Good composure shown from the South Africans here now. Reed Ross once again on the ball. Likes to take a bit of time to find his perfect pass. Edie finds the foot of the German. South Africa still with the ball. Looks like Bell in a bit of space, working the midfield nicely. Reed Ross once again. Very good composure from the South Africans. Trailing the game by one, but not looking to force the ball. Finding the gaps. Now the Germans step up the press. the German player has been pushed to the ground by the South African. Would have thought that the initial foul would have gone the way of South Africa because he was clearly obstructing the South African from getting the ball, but the South African is very lucky to get away with that. Germans now down the right-hand side. Reed Ross grabs a bit of stick there. The Germans looking to take it quickly, but the umpire just making sure that it's in the right place. Germans looking deadly now. Ball comes in, misses everyone. It will be a 16 to South Africa. With just under 7 minutes left in this game, South Africa will be looking to level the scores fairly soon. Finds Mallet in the midfield. Tackle coming from the back. That is deemed to be illegal by the umpire. Mallet on the ball once again. Big hit. Finds the high-lying striker. Great turn from the number 14. A massive tackle. Umpires don't see that one once again. Germany getting away with that. Now attacking down the right-hand side. Reed Ross, a great bit of defending. Wins the hit for South Africa. Unfortunately, the umpire misses that one as well. Great ball for Germany down into the right-hand side. Reed Ross winning it once again. South Africans would like to turn the ball over fairly soon here. Get up the field. Once again, a great piece of defending shown from the South Africans, not letting the Germans fire a ball into the D. The captain now, Meyer, looking for something. It will be a long corner. Meyer once again on the ball. Looking for some movement from his forwards. Unfortunately, doesn't get it. The ball goes out wide. Dispossessed by the South African. Falls away of Germany once again. Big hit comes in. Unfortunately, the ball rolls over the baseline for a 16. Mallet now on the counter-attack. Lovely bit of elimination skills. Couple harsh tackles going in there against the South Africans. Umpires once again say play on. Haven't been too strict on body play in this fixture. Mallet picks the ball up. Can't find the left wing in McLaughlin. Now South Africa full pressing in the corner. The overhead is thrown. It is surely going to be blown dangerous. It is. It is given to the Germans. I'm not sure if that's a mistake by the umpire or just a misunderstanding of the rule. Clearly both players were in the space before the overhead came down. Anyhow, the Germans are now on the attack down the right-hand side. And a short corner is awarded by the near side umpire for a stick tackle within the 23 to give Germany their fourth penalty corner of the game. South Africa now need to keep this one out if their hopes of winning this fixture, keep their hopes rather of winning this fixture alive. With 3 minutes left, it'll be a fair mountain to climb for the boys in green and gold. Shot comes in, saved by the postman. It will be a long 16. It looks as if a player is down on top D for an injury. Not sure if the tech table will stop the time here. That generally only stops for head injuries. Looks like the player is fine. Did well to waste a bit of time there for his side. Yeah, he seems to be perfectly fine now, so good on him. Once again dispossessed by Germany. Miscommunication finds South Africa with the free hit in the German 23. Germans calling for their players to get back into the D. South Africa now still in possession. Ball comes into the D. South Africa find themselves in a bit of space along the baseline. A foot and a short corner is awarded to the South Africans. They get their fourth one of the game. The crowd loves that. The boys in green and gold now have 1 minute left on the clock to level this fixture up at 2-2. It's now or never for the South Africans. Alan Batchelor lined up on the top D. Strike comes in, lands under the keeper, and the umpire blows. There was advantage to be had there. The ball found its way into the back of the net, but it will be another short corner for the South Africans. This is the last play of the game. As soon as the ball leaves the 5-meter area, the game will be over. South Africa, it's now or never. They need to score this to level the game at 2-2. Massive short corner for them. Once again, the number 6 of Alan Batchelor lined up at the top. Variation comes. Looks like there's another short corner advantage, and another short corner is awarded to South Africa. Once again, South Africa will look to find a way past the German wall here. Ejection is a missed one. The ball doesn't go outside the 5. It is back into South Africa. The shot comes in. Secondary shot. And that seems to be that. A great save from the German keeper. Keeps their team ahead of the South Africans at the end of this classic clash between Germany and South Africa. Germany coming on top by 2-1. Stay tuned after the break for the last game of the evening.